Welcome back to the A Starship. My name is Kale, and we are grinding out some low level C Unicode API code using the Crabs C Chinese Room Abstract Stack Machine, which is very interesting. You got to look at the Chinese Room thought experiment. It's a Chinese room, which is basically this concept of there's this magical dude. Imagine you put the Flash in an office space and he could do like math as faster than the fastest GPU. And it's like he can do like an LLM using pen and paper, doing all the math by hand. And then you slip messages through the door and a slot in the door. And then dude translates it into the LLM shit, opens up some filing cabinets, busts out the neurons, just going a million miles an hour, and then it's like a AI that you could have a conversation with, like an LLM. And at what point does it become conscious? So we have our Unicode API and got a little bit of problems with handling only ASCII strings. Just a couple little subtleties in the operator overloader set. Sorry, just operator overload set. I always say overloader for some reason. So we just got a little bit more stuff to do. I'm going to get right in. Where can you find this project at? Find a project at github.com/A*Starship/crabs. Working on issue 341. And so what? That's some bozo shit. So I was not actually doing proper Unicode testing. I kind of like fudged over the Unicode details because I'm an English speaker and I'm sorry, I'm just using English. So the other stuff doesn't affect me, but we are in the Chinese room. So, I got to deal with it at some point in time. So I would recommend you use this problem in solution with files affected format. It's nice and easy to use. So let me get rid of those other tabs. So the problem is it's nice and easy if you only have UTF 8, 16, 32. But then we add in the ASCII, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that doesn't work. And I was just using some fudged UTF 8 for quite a while. So what do we got? We have a lot of work done on this. I got all the scan. Somehow I was using just plain string traversal, and since I wasn't testing Unicode, I just didn't notice. All right, shame on me as a developer. I'm taking all of that slack. So now we got an issue. You can see here the issue with this T string is yes, no, where I'm scanning a character. The CHC is a 32-bit character. So when you're scanning, and herein lies the problem. So I need to be able to scan either UTF 8, 16, or 32 or an ASCII string with the same function. So what I think I need to do is replace this with a CHT type name. CHT equals what? CHL. That's character largest. And this CHT is character type. And then now what we get is, instead of having to do this CHC C0 with 1, now I can do CHT equals 0, right? And so now I have the ability to change the CHT from an 8-bit ASCII character to a 32-bit Unicode character. And what that's going to allow me to do is, for the UTF 8, 16, and 32, when I read a I call string scan. Okay. So this is an example of a Unicode string scanner function. So we got a bit pattern for the UTF 32 character. Going to break it up into up to 4 bytes. If there's only 1 byte, it's just an ASCII character. And then the challenge, going forward, nice and easy. There's just some things. I think I need to update this. What needs to happen here? The item. So this item, if I have an error, it needs to reset the value. So what I'm going to do is use a goto statement. So we'll put a label here, and it says, and then we'll say item equals 0. All right. So now I'm going to go to exit fail. Instead of the return nil. So this is going to be more CPU efficient, or use less instructions. Congratulations, you just learned a little bit of C++ compiler optimization using the infamous goto. You can see that there's perfectly valid reasons to now. Yeah, because this is dry. So let's say I was like, okay, well, I don't like that. I'm maybe dogmatic. I heard you shouldn't use a goto, only do structured programming. But I mean, how else would I go about fixing this? Like copy and paste it? You would just take this code right here, and then you would paste it here for each one. It's not dry. This is a perfect example of when you want to use a goto. So let's do that for the other ones because it's going to cause a problem. Let's. The imaginary other person, huh? YouTubers have that problem. They're always like referring to we, the infamous we. You've heard of the infamous they. Well, on YouTube, we have the infamous we. the other invisible person that I'm saying when we're like, well, we're going to do this. It's like, no, 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 bud, you are doing that. I am doing that. All right. Make sure I don't have anybody. No current live streams. What's going on? Riff Raff. Okay, there it is. Gotcha. Nobody's watching. God damn it. I'm not popular. Mm, can't really expect people flooding in on my live streams when I don't have any pre-recorded videos. I'm gonna get some pre-recorded videos that have value added evergreen content. I do have DaVinci Resolve. I'm just like, I'm overworked. Definitely not getting paid. No. If I was getting paid, probably wouldn't be doing this. Right? This ain't worth no money. Oh no, what happened here? Uh-oh. So what am I doing again? Oh, the nil. Right. What I do? Oh, this is a print. Wait. Don't I have to? Okay, so I'm gonna have a problem here. So when I exit, I need to put if I error, because it looks like I can error here, these exits. Because why? I have a chassis. Am I just printing one? Gotta make sure bat senses are tingling. Right. Have I written though? Boogie woogie. Okay, no, I'm not writing. All right, I subconsciously see when there could be problems, but there's no problem here because I'm calling the if and then boogie woogieing, but I haven't read anything at that point in time, so that's fine. This is fine. These calls because I'm writing a single character. Wait, hold on. Is that right? See. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I have a different function for the. This is the harder one, the scan back. Still not that hard. A little bit challenging. I do need to review this code. So, wait. Why do I have a minus minus? I'm still scanned. I'm scanned back. So, yeah, because I'm doing it by hand. So this stuff was here on the other functions, and then that was not okay. But in this function, I have to call this because there's, it has to get implemented at some point. So this one, I have to keep track of the last character. So C. Wait, huh? Oh, I don't use this until in here. So I'll just declare it in here. That'll be fine. That's better. One less line. So the first one Let's see last. I've got the character that this is a OB 11111 mask, and so that's 6 ones, and then there's 6 of the B, C, and D here. So so the first I got to test if it's an ASCII character. 1 byte, 2 byte, 3 byte, or 4 byte branches here. So scan back as I'm going to read one. I have to iterate back one, then read. And when I return start, then that's where I want to be. Because I'm scanning back one character. You just can't avoid that when you're working with UTF-8 and 16. But these functions are all inline. So even though I'm calling a different function for here's the 16-bit print, and then the 32-bit one is just like a UTF-32, when you're working with that, it's just like it's like an ASCII string. Only it's just like the character size is 32 bits. But it's inline, so the compiler is just gonna optimize it just like it was like super optimized inline C. So let's what are the errors though? Okay, we've gone through. C is undefined. Oh, damn, son. What is CHT? Oh, because we don't have that in here. Now we got to do type name CHT equals CHL. That's character, the largest character. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I need to go look through the S scan while I am remembering. And when I return, I have to if I exit, I need to do the same thing like this, where I have the go-to thing. I need to do that for the other ones. Nope. There's only one place to fail in that one. So is there another one? So this one. But this thing can fail in multiple ways, but I'm not going to write before it fails. So I'm writing after it fails. So this one I don't have to deal with. There's one more scan function. What is this? Oh yeah, I removed this one. So this one is commented out because it's a duplicate, right? That was the only one. I have to have this somewhere, right? So this is a UTF-8 string, and then scanning a 32-bit item. And then here's scan back. So this is an ASCII one right here. Does it look like this thing is like not supposed to be commented out? Before it said it was HT undefined. That one's easy to fix. Type name CHT equals CHL. And so this way, if I to change the because we have the CHS means character string. CHT is character type. And so the character type is going to be ASCII or UTF-32 because when you use UTF-32, you need to use a 32-bit character. And then when you save it as a string, you then encode that value. But when you decode, it's then going to turn into a 32-bit value. So that's a nice, quick, easy fix for that. I'm pretty happy. I'm totally satisfied with that. CHX and CHY. It's going to be the same thing. Got HT is a type name. G CHL. I like this nomenclature. It's the largest character, CHL. CHT, character type. CHA is 8-bit character. CHB, 16-bit character. CHC is 32-bit. So, the CHS is like, I have a UTF-8 string or UTF-16, 32. And then I might not be using Unicode. So I can set CHS to CHA and then set CHT to CHA, which is an 8-bit character. And then that will then tell all of my functions that I'm printing a unibit code, or an ASCII strip. Yeah, I think that's great. That actually works pretty good. It's a nice, easy, quick fix. That is good to use. Where did it say it was? 322. Huh? It's not 320. Okay, and then what is it? Is it a duplicate? Already has, yeah. So where is the duplicate body on this? So you search for this. Yellow. Okay, well, that's not possible. I don't understand. It's like right there. What the hell is going on? Huh? What is this? Okay. I never use regex. I need to use regex more because, like, I've seen some slick stuff with it, but to be honest, I do too much low level bullshit. I want to do fun stuff, but I mean, it doesn't take that long to learn, work with that stuff. Regex is one of those things that it's actually really easy. It's not even like complicated at all. It's like brain dead simple, but it's cryptic. And so people just avoid it like the plague. But if you know it, it like makes your life a lot easier. But I'm gonna put regex as one step above CMake. One step above CMake. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. So here we have the. Oh yeah, here's the other one. So it's at line 84. Well, there's a lot of those functions coming in and out. Is this? Oh yeah, this must be it. Yeah, because it's got that hex stuff at the end, and then there's a scan back associated with it. Johnny, Johnny. I don't know, man. I think I want all these functions to be. Why are they here? Why they're there? To be honest, I have some macro codes turning on and off the Unicode stuff, mainly for debug reasons, not for compiler optimizations reasons, but like just so I could turn them on and off independently. So I could, it catches errors actually when you can turn template things on and off. Once you get the template errors sorted out in C++, it's great. But trying to figure out exactly why the templates are causing errors can be difficult. And that's why I put a T before anything that's a template, because it allows you to interface with C functions like these scan functions. They work perfect. So I think it was 84. Was where this one was. And then what do I do? Comment this out or just delete it? Because if you ask me, I don't really remember debugging this. Yay. The same shit, different day. Back to the old bug. So honestly, it's just like the same. Maybe I just need like I'm missing one function or something. But what's the problem details? This is why C plus or Visual Studio is really nice. C debugging is like really good in C++ and Visual Studio. So the CHS is a cha-a. And then what am I trying to do? Let's look at where I'm loading. Do I have anything that's like cha-l C or D or E or B? Nope. No, good to go. Is this one of the examples? So scan is not working on pretty much every last one of these calls. Where am I converting from cha-a to cha-s? Is it because I don't have? I thought that was it. Isn't there a cha-a and then a cha-c? I thought this was it. But wait, I'm passing. Can't convert a cha-a pointer to a cha-c. Cha-s. with CHS is equal to CHB. Okay, so but how am I like how where is the CHB coming from? So is it I don't know. And why aren't these inline? What is that? To make it inline? Inline. Pretty much everything in here is an inline function, but it's not marked because, well, years of shit. Never got updated whenever I became aware. Oops. Yeah, I wish I was more rigorous. I'm not a doctor. Definitely not. Clock compare. What about this one? Kind of confused why I'm doing this. That doesn't really make sense to me. Mhm. I don't think that this is right. Maybe I got it to work like that, but I don't think, I absolutely do not think at all that that is legit. Wait, what was I looking for? Okay, I completely forgot what I was doing with that. God damn it. Oh yeah, back to the S scan problem. I'm just having a little bit of a problem figuring out why this thing's calling that. Current document. So I'm looking for one that is taking a CHB. Is that what it is? This one, right? So what is the so CHS is CHB, and then I could not convert from a CHA to a CHS. So that tells me that like And the CHS is the CHB. But it's just about confusing them. Is this it? Here's the other one. Maybe it's one of these functions is gone. What is the... It's not arguing about the second parameter. It's arguing about the first parameter. What is it? What is that function? Oh yeah, just this scan. I just don't get this because it seems to me like the compiler should be easy to be able to find this function. What about CHB? Can I... Damn it. What happened? Oh, I'm not in the right file anymore. All right, so what about this one? So here's the other ones. Is it because I don't have... Is that the const version? And then I'm... So this one is returns const b choppy, or sorry, const choppy putter, takes a const choppy putter, and then so this one's fine right here. Scan const. And then why are these other functions here? So this one's taking, this one's writing a ASCII character. Does that make sense? That does actually make sense to do this. I don't actually think this should be commented out. All right, I need to do some vibe coding on this. I need to like get the... I just want to get a little bit more of this code fixed before I ask the LLM exactly what it's going to do. And then it's going to... My system's being stupid. It's taking forever to get the prompts to process. So what is this one? This one is like writing a chobby. This one doesn't... This is the one that doesn't make sense. I mean, it's not like... It doesn't like violate the rules. It's a nice simple function, but I don't think that I do that because it's like a UTF-16 string is const chavi putter. I wouldn't write a chavi to it because you don't really do that. Like when you're working with UTF-16 strings, you work with the putter, the const chavi putter, but you're always going to use the 32-bit character like this one. So this I'm just going to delete because I'm 100% convinced that one's stupid. And then this stupid thing over here do scan back. Uh-oh. What's going on? Chubby. Chubby. What's going on with that one? Oh. There we go. Let's go! I'll be back just a second. I'm going to be here. I'm just going to go off screen for a second.